on this Rolling Bones TV adventure.
Went up, looked for some rams.
The hunt in Alaska continues.
Found a band of 5 rams, but we were within 30 yards of those. Amazing animals. On the way back to camp, we look over to check out this caribou. You see this caribou with the other one he was with, and then we look to the right and we see a grizzly bear. Our legs are dead. We start running down the mountain after these animals, and it's just unbelievable. We get to the first little hill. We see the bear coming up over, and I've got a great guide here with Leopold, and he just goes, "Look, the caribou right there." What a day! What a day!
Yeah!
Rolling Bones TV is proud to salute our sponsors. Kershaw Knives. There's nothing like a Kershaw. Arms Corps Ammunition, the official ammo of Rolling Bones Outfitters. By Realtree Max 1 Camo, for all the places deer and antelope roam. The Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. Elevate your experience. And by Rolling Bones Outfitters. Be sure to sign up today for exclusive member benefits, including discounts on hunts and merchandise. Log on to rollingbonesoutfitters.com. For the past few days, Brian, Brad, and pro staff member Brandon Neal have gone to separate camps in search of brown bear in the vast wilderness of the Alaska Range. With their guides from Extreme Expeditions, the biggest challenge has come from an unexpected place: the weather.
We've seen 4 brown bear and, man, lots of black bear, but just nothing that we were looking for. The weather really here has been perfect for Jamaica, Cancun.
All we need is a couple of Coronas, a couple beach chairs.
Drying up fish on the banks of Alaska. Don't get any better than this.
While Brian and Brad continue their search for bear in hopes of finding cooler weather, Brandon's team is changing things up a bit.
We made a few changes the last couple of days. After the last night of the bear hunt, we didn't see any bears. The heat just was really keeping them down, and they just weren't moving. I don't think anything's moving. We haven't seen any animals yet because of the heat. So we decided to come back to main camp. So they flew us in here to regroup, because we're going to go start looking for Dall sheep and caribou, and we'll be living off our backs. We ready, Leopold?
Yes, your cooking utensils for the next 10 days.
The season doesn't open for another 3 days, but where we're going, we're going to fly to the closest landing strip. Is about a 2-day walk from where we're going to be hunting sheep. So all right, we just got dropped off here at the landing strip to start off our sheep hunt. It's going to be a good hunt, so here we go.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, we've been hiking for about an hour, and looked up on the hill and saw some sheep, so we're checking these out. So it's a good sign right off the bat, we're seeing sheep. We're about 6 hours into our first day, just hiking through a lot of this thick lower brush to get up into the high sheep country. So
Well, I'm really upset with Brandon because he's in way too good a shape.
First day sheep hunting. We just got here, we've been hiking for the last 9 hours, made it to our airdrops, which is good. These bags here are going to sustain our life for the next up to 10 days, depending on how long it takes us to get a sheep. Hopefully we can get one a lot sooner than that and go hunt some caribou. And it's a lot of work, but it's, you know, to me it's worth it. It's just kind of in my blood to be out here doing this stuff. And
Okay, Leopold just spotted a few rams up here, so just right up over this hill. We're gonna see if we can get a good look at them.
He's like taking selfies with sheep 30 yards behind him. Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
all right, finally we have some Alaska weather. This is kind of this is what I always picture Alaska being like, with the overcast skies, nice cool weather. Got a little bit of a breeze coming down the canyon. We just walked up from this canyon behind me from a few miles down there, and we got another maybe 500 to 1,000 yards to where we're going to be doing some glassing for some sheep. We've seen a few sheep this morning, and hopefully the clouds stay high enough to where we can get some good views of them. It's supposed to rain today and tomorrow, so we'll have to kind of see how visibility is, but we'll probably set up camp up here tonight.
Starting to see some caribou, which is nice. We saw a decent bull right over here. Looking at a nicer bull over this way.
I've seen a lot of these Alaska shows and a lot of different television, whether it be Canada or way up north, you know, from the Ngava territory all the way to the Alaska range. You see these guys doing this with their hands up in the air and you're like, does that really work? The reality is these animals have never seen human beings. And if you can represent yourself somewhat like something that's a part of their landscape, there's a high probability, as long as they don't smell you, you can get within range of a shot. And that's what they're doing here. Whether it be a caribou or a moose, or in South Dakota, Wyoming, or Montana, that could be Mark just walking around the streets. Hey, look at me.
He's got to work on that a little more. He's got to spread his fingers more like this, because he was like this. And you got to make him look more natural, like a bush animal, not like, you know. You got to work on that.
He might be a little bit bigger. The clouds are kind of low right now, so it's hard to spot sheep. But hopefully, maybe tonight it'll rain and lift some of these clouds off. We'll kind of see.
Well, just a few days ago it was like 90 degrees, and we were sweating and dying of the heat. Now you can see it's snowing up here, and the weather just can change in 10 minutes, you know, 5-10 minutes. So you got to be prepared for everything. Well, as you can see, we're here in our tent. We got up this morning and we were totally fogged in, so there was fog all around us. And it was 7 p.m. and the weather has us stuck here. Look outside here. Can't see much. So this is hunting sometimes, right? And sometimes you get good weather, sometimes you don't, but say hi, Seamus. Say hi in your German accent.
Hello. Hi.
Say hello, Americans. The hunt opens tomorrow. We were hoping to spot some rams today and be ready for tomorrow, but we're not going to be able to do that. So we just got to wait out this storm and hope for the best. And in the meantime, we're just going to stay in this tent, live like kings. We just had a Snicker bar, and life is great. There's no stress up here in the mountains. You know, there's no. Opening morning came and the clouds had lifted and we had great visibility. And started hiking up the mountain right from camp, which is where we knew these sheep were hanging out. And we didn't find them for a while. We were on the front face of the mountain. We looked all over, we glassed everywhere, no sheep. So we decided to hike around the mountain.
Okay, Leopold just spotted a few rams up here, so they're just right up over this hill. We're gonna want to see if we can get a good look at them. One of them looks like a good potential ram. So we're just gonna try to be real quiet, sneak up here. They weren't very spooked. They were just walking away from us.
Rolling Bones TV is proud to salute our sponsors. Kershaw Knives, there's nothing like a Kershaw. Armscore Ammunition, the official ammo of Rolling Bones Outfitters. By Realtree Max 1 Camo, for all the places deer and antelope roam. The Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort, elevate your experience. And by Rolling Bones Outfitters. Be sure to sign up today for exclusive member benefits, including discounts on hunts and merchandise. Log on to rollingbonesoutfitters.com.
Opening morning came and the clouds had lifted and we had great visibility. So we got up early that morning and started hiking up the mountain right from camp, which is where we knew these sheep were hanging out.
Okay, Leopold just spotted a few rams up here, so they're just right up over this hill. We're gonna want to see if we can get a good look at them. One of them looks like a good potential ram. So we're just gonna try to be real quiet, sneak up here. They weren't very spooked. They were just walking away from us. 40 yards away, 30 yards away.
So not only do you have to find your ram, get into a spot, get where you can shoot it, but it's got to be a legal ram. And in Alaska, it's got to be, the criteria are, it's got to be a full curl, it's got to be double broomed, which means the tips of the horns are busted off, or 8 years old. And you can count the annuli rings, that's how you do it.
Well, this is pretty cool. He's only 30 yards away. We get a great look at him. Leopold confirms that he is not a legal ram. He was about 1/4 of an inch away from being legal, and so otherwise we would have had a ram right off the bat. But it was just so cool to get the footage of these incredible animals 30 yards away.
Now we have 3 of them behind us.
These sheep are so remote, they've never even seen humans before. The ones that were over Brandon's shoulder were confused at what he is. Well, sometimes I am too.
If I was hunting a smart sheep, he was like taking selfies with sheep 30 yards behind him.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
And so for this to happen to him on the first day, really, for what's about to unfold for Brandon that he doesn't know that's in front of him, is absolutely amazing.
And although I didn't come home with a ram, that was just about as good as actually getting a ram, maybe even better, just being that close to those awesome animals. So on our way back to camp, we got back to the mountain just above camp, and we were looking down on camp. This was probably 6 p.m. at night, 6:30 at night. And we start glassing to find this caribou. We saw that same caribou earlier that morning on the way up to see the sheep. And we found him. Probably 1.5 miles away. We glass him up, him and another bull, a smaller bull, and we're watching him. We found him, and just as we were watching them, we looked to the right of them, and we see this grizzly bear coming after him, just walking right towards him. And he's close to him. He's probably within 100 yards of these caribou. And we're watching the whole thing unfold, and as he gets closer to the caribou spook, and about the time they spook, Leopold says, let's get down there, let's get in the action, let's get that bear. So we fell off the mountain. Our legs are completely wasted. We've been hiking for 10 or 12 miles up and down these big, huge canyons. Just as we get to the bottom of the mountain, the grizzly bear comes up over a hill right towards us. $390. You want him?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. He's dead.
Nice.
He's down.
He's down.
Let's go get a caribou now.
Yes.
So we leave the bear there. We're going to come back and take care of him later, and we go after the caribou. And we spent quite a while blasting for this caribou. We couldn't find him, and we kind of thought, you know, that grizzly bear, he probably spooked him. So let's go back to camp. Let's grab some dinner, and we'll go take care of the grizzly bear, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do tomorrow. So we start heading back to camp, and we walk maybe 200 or 300 yards on our way back to camp. Look up on the hill, and there is the caribou.
Hi, I'm Brian Mayman, founder of Rolling Bones Outfitters. And a hunting trip to Alaska can be a trip of a lifetime. And at Rolling Bones, we'd like to make that happen for you. It can be expensive, sure, but here's one of the things that we do to make it affordable. We have special priced hunts and a lot of times discounted cancellation hunts that can be up to 50% off. We had a hunt last week, a brown bear hunt, trip of a lifetime again. $18,000, $11,000 it came in. The outfitter just needed to get the space filled, and we deliver on that. We founded this company so we could bring a better value to the hunter, and the guy and the gal sitting in North America that says, I always wanted to do that, could click on a button, talk to somebody to help you find your next trip of a lifetime. Whether it be bird hunting on the Great Prairie of South Dakota or shooting a Dall sheep in Alaska, we have the answers for you. Here's what you have to do to get those type of prices. You have to be a member. Go to rollingbonesoutfitters.com and sign up today.
So we start heading back to camp, and we walk maybe 200 or 300 yards on our way back to camp. Look up on the hill, and there is the caribou. All right, you got a range?
390.
How many minutes?
That'd be 2 minutes.
You want him?
On him.
Here we go.
He's down.
What a day! What a day! Oh man. Unreal. Alaskan caribou. Oh. What a day. What a way to end a day. All right, we just got back from checking out the caribou and taking pictures there. Came back to the bear here, as you can see, and propped it up, and has a real nice rug, as you can see. Just one shot with a AccuBond and went down. So good bear, good bear for this area. It's not, you know, real big like the coastal bears, but for this area, it's a great bear, and you can see the The rug on it is just really super nice. Just a beautiful, beautiful bear.
Oh my gosh. Let's see, it's my first time to Alaska. I've got a trophy grizzly bear or a trophy caribou. What, 375 caribou. I wonder which one I should take first, huh? And he's taking selfies of sheep 30 yards behind him. They're like, wonder what that is, you know? Oh my gosh, Brandon, come on, really?
So Brandon's been a buddy of mine for years, and this is his first big Alaska hunt. And not only that, Brandon, you are spoiled, stinking rotten, by the way. It's absolutely amazing, and congratulations to you and kudos to you.
I just cannot believe this day. It's unbelievable. We've had basically 2 good days out of the last week of hunting because of weather. And luckily this one, just everything came together. And so talk about some highs and some lows. We got a big job ahead of us. We got 15 miles back to the landing strip to haul a bear rug out and a caribou. So it's gonna be rough, but hey, at least we've had a great successful hunt, and what a story. What an awesome story. So we are packed up, ready to go. We got grizzly bear hide and skull. We got the cape of the caribou, and then we got a full caribou. What, 15 miles to go? Yeah, so
Let's go.
Let's do it.